and welcome to Flower Press. My name's Courtney Ray and I'm the founder of Daily Blooms. In this episode, we chat with the extraordinary Dani Pearce, CEO and founder of Merry People, a Melbourne-born brand reinventing gumboots with style, comfort and joy. Okay, Dani, hi.
Hey, Courtney.
I would love it if we could start with you just telling us a little bit about Merry People.
Absolutely. So I started Merry People in 2014 and we are known as a gumboot company that sell mostly colourful gumboots.
Beautiful
online.
gumboots.
Thank you. And we also do some other products. So we do sandals, clogs, socks, but predominantly known for the gumboots. And I'd say a brand known for colour and joy as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So when I was doing some research for this video today, it struck me that we actually have a sort of similar background or path that led us here. So I think from what I understand, you grew up on a farm, as did I, and then we both moved into the city for our corporate girl careers, like our sensible careers, and then we both ended up starting businesses in 2014.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about those early days and what that transition was like and how it all started?
So I probably never thought I would start a business. I didn't really know or have a view of what I wanted to do even in my career. And it's like, I'm just going to work this out as I go. And moved to Melbourne. I was working hospitality, call centre jobs, and I was studying. I was doing an arts degree at Monash, but still very unsure of what my pathway would be. The very first time I thought about Merry People was, well, not Merry People, but the gumboot kind of concept. Yeah. I was going to a festival, Meredith, in the country, and my friends were either buying really expensive Burberry or the tall Hunter boots, which Hunter weren't doing ankle boots at the time. And e-com wasn't really a thing either at the time. Most people were buying on eBay and those sorts of things. So
or physically walking into a store.
Yes. So there weren't any ankle gum boots. And I remember thinking like Havaianas were having a really big moment and colourful Havaianas. And I thought there needs to be a really great gum boot. I hope someone creates a really great gum boot one day. And that was the very first time I thought of it. And that was, early 20s, just trying to pass uni and pay my rent and not really thinking of starting a business. And then, in my late 20s, working at ANZ, and I'd kind of climbed the corporate ladder a little bit there. I was like, there has to be more to life than making money and going home and doing all the things on the weekend and after work. And I was like, I wanted to feel more passion and feel more creative day to day. And I felt like I'd lost that spark as well in me. And that's a little bit of where the name came from. But I was like, I just had this idea and I thought, I'll just see. It wasn't like I'm going to start this big business. I was like, I just want to see if I can get this product, which is in my mind. I want to see if I can bring it to life. So that was just the first start, first step.
I mean, so many of those things hit home to me. What I say to my kids now is you've got to love what you do.
Yes.
You've got to, work takes up so much of your life.
Yeah.
That you want to jump out of bed every day, and maybe not every day because, we've all got those days where that is a nightmare. But you want to love, fundamentally, if you don't love what you do, what's the point? So can you tell me a little bit about, once you had the boots made, which I don't even know how you managed that, but that's, once you had the boots made, what were those early days like? How did you actually, do you remember selling your first pair?
Yes, I tried to get them made in Australia and I couldn't get them made here. And so, I flew to China by myself and I just had these sketches that I'd got a friend to help me with.
Wow.
And I'd had some Skype meetings back then with some factories. So I had some meetings booked. And I remember my very first meeting and I came back to my hotel and I just had this overwhelming feeling of, whoa, you've never done this before. This is going to be all your money. It was probably around 70,000 USD on molds, first order, tooling, equipment, because you've got to do minimum orders. So it was a lot of risk. And I remember just going back to my hotel and thinking, goodness, you have no idea what you're doing here and you need some help. So I ended up getting an agent to help me with the process and went back to Australia. And I think even just doing that whole process and navigating, going to China and finding a factory, that even in itself gave me a little bit of confidence. I thought,
really?
well, wow, if you can do this first step, maybe
That's
you can do
massive first
this
step.
next little bit. And then, I came home and I took them to a retailer, and I just really, stumbled in one night. Not stumbled in, but I was very fumbly in my sale. But I kind of just said, hi, I'm Dani, and I live in the area and I shop here, and I've created this product. Would you stock it? And they said, they would. So that was, it was such a huge retail commercial affirmation that wow, they want to stock it. So that's
it's still
pretty
their
cool.
floor space, right? And they have to think carefully about what they're willing to put on that very valuable floor space.
I remember going home and I was just pacing up and down the house going, oh my goodness, okay, now I need to actually make the order. They've said that they want to buy 20 units. It was just, it was exciting and a little bit scary, but exciting.
Yeah, a bit terrifying.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And from that initial store, it then went into other stores and slowly grew?
Yeah, it started a little wholesale and then me selling at farmers markets.
Yeah.
So that's really, I guess, the early days while I was trying to learn e-commerce and learn oh my goodness, yours looks amazing.
No, I love yours. Yours is just like a beautiful ball of colour. I love it.
But so that was early days, and markets and learning e-com. It was a lot, as you would know. It's trying to balance cash, and I was still working, but just
trying
to get it off the ground.
In addition to your full-time job.
Wow.
Wow. So was there a moment kind of early on, or a moment generally in your business where you thought, oh, this is working. This is a viable business that's actually going to continue on? Was there one moment or a story or a spark?
Yeah, I would say the moment was early days in the farmers markets. I used to do one down in Ballinarring called Emu Plains.
Yeah, right.
And it was when I started having women coming back for their second pair, and they're bringing their mums or their friends or coming and wearing them and telling me how much they loved them, and they were like the best boots they owned, and they're like, I'm a school teacher, and you hear about all these reasons of why people were buying them that I never thought of. I just wanted to create a cool gumboot. But they were like, oh, I'm a school teacher, I wear them for yard duty, I'm a florist, I wear them in the studio, gardener, I'm a landscape gardener, all the different
reasons.
Professions where people wanted to look cool but still have a functional product, and something I hadn't really thought about. So that was probably when I felt, okay, wow, there's a lot more people that want this product than I initially thought.
You just did a walkthrough. We did a walkthrough the warehouse before this, and you met Bella. Yes. I mean, so many of our florists, they sung out and they said, we wear merry people. And Bella came up to you and said, I'm wearing the brown ones today, but I own them in every colour. But you're exactly right.
Thanks,
they're so functional, comfortable, practical, all those things that you need, but then they are fun.
Yes.
You want to get them in every colour and weave them into your life.
Yeah.
So just on that, I think one of the great things about your business and your brand that you've created is this beautiful sense of community. And how do you think you have, I guess, developed it and continued building it as the brand has gotten bigger and bigger? So how have you managed that? Because I think you've just done this extraordinary job of it.
I think the product actually, there was a gap in the market and people connected with the product. And so I think that was one thing. And maybe the other is that, maybe it's my story in that I was not an influencer, I didn't have a following. I was a regular girl that worked in a corporate job in the city and came from a farming family, and that I had this idea and that I just went and did it. And I think that's probably connected with a lot of people. And I think people also like that, knowing who they're buying from and why they do what they do. And I think
personal.
And we talk about that a lot. I remember at the start, my website, my face and my name was not anywhere on it. And then I did an accelerated business program, and they said to me, they're like, you are a big reason of why you're different to your competitors. So you need to start to feel more comfortable, like learn to feel more comfortable in being that person.
Yeah. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but it also feels a bit unnatural, especially when you're starting a business.
Yes.
And especially in e-com, I don't know about you, but this is my own experience. It was just me.
Yes.
And it feels a bit too small.
Yes.
And so you want to pretend you're a bit bigger.
Yes.
So you're like,
Yes.
let me ask my customer.
I know.
The customer service manager will get back to you. And I'm like, and that's also me.
Yeah, totally.
So I totally, understand that.
Yeah.
So, Dani, you seem to be somebody that wants to move through this world making a positive impact. I'd love your view on how you balance that sort of giving back with running a commercially viable business and how you balance that, manage that, work it through.
Yeah, because I actually originally thought of making Merry People a social enterprise when I was starting Merry People, and that's how I met my now husband.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
cool.
he started a Melbourne social enterprise called Homey. So they're based in Fitzroy.
Yep.
And so I was wanting to learn about what does it mean to be a social enterprise, and then we ended up dating, and now we're married with 2 children. So
that was a great idea that you had.
Yes,
then, really.
I know. But he actually, it's a lot running a social enterprise. It's like you've got the charity component and the commercial component, and there's a lot of obligations on both sides. And it was just me at the time, and I wasn't even making profit and paying myself.
Yes.
So at that point I thought, well, I've just actually got to get this off the ground and actually make it into a legitimate, profitable business.
Yep.
And then from there I can look to see how I can do positive things and give back. So that's what we've done. And I think creating and learning to have that discipline as well in creating a commercial business and managing cash and saying no to things and I guess leveraging opportunities as well where you can. I think it's been good to create that discipline and thought process.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think now we've got some charities that we work with every year. So the Mother's Day Classic is probably a really big one. We do a boot with them every year and donate. Last year we donated close to $100,000 to them. So
wow, that's incredible.
Through that boot.
Wow.
So
and do you guys do the Mother's Day Classic?
Yes.
Do you participate?
Yeah. So this year a few of us are running the half marathon.
Oh
so,
my gosh!
Yes.
Wow. Do you train as a
we're thinking
company?
of we are. We're actually thinking of asking our customers as well if they want to run with us.
And this is what your community is about, right? It's full circle moment.
Yes.
That's so wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, it is the team. Also, I think I've tried to hire values aligned, and I think we all care about that. And I think it's not just about giving money or working with charities. I think it's also around staff and how we are, and even I think employing people is a great thing for the world. And I guess with your staff who are becoming parents and just all the changes through life or going through things, it's like, how do you support people through that? So it is, I think it's not just that part, but it's, how do you feel like a good employer as well? There's no point in doing all that stuff if internally it's, not that. So I think it's just the whole thing that, we try to be.
I've never thought about it like that, but you're so right. It's a holistic, I guess, viewpoint of it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's so interesting. So even saying that, I can feel it in everything that you do, that it's, so important to you and the business. So what are, I guess, your favourite bits of running the business and your, I guess, the bits that you find really challenging?
Yeah, so my favourite is probably the product design, coming up with colours, concepts, and just thinking about that. I think that's that, along with marketing. We're doing more customer events, but anything
and they look so fun.
Yes, they are. Every time I leave one, I feel like my heart is really full.
Oh, that's
like,
so nice.
Wow,
that's so nice.
It's really nice. I think having started at markets, you kind of lose that contact with customers. And so it is really nice. I don't mind the problem solving side as well. So when there's something that's happened, I feel that I can bring people together and remain pretty calm and
okay,
go,
yeah,
all right,
that's great. Like, that's awesome that you like that.
Throwing a couple of jokes there. I try and like bring the energy into a like more productive state. What I find a little bit more challenging, the HR side is probably just something that it's probably not the right thing to say for also because I love my team, but it's just it's a lot in terms of the admin and doing like KPI documents and doing, you know, it's people's careers.
Yes.
Yeah, quite heavy conversations sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Or you kind of want people to feel good and want people to feel happy. And so when something isn't as great, you're like, it really gets to me. And I'm like, particularly with the startup, I think you go through, someone once said to me, different people are right for your company at different stages. And you have people that can grow the whole way through, but it's very rare that that can actually happen. And sometimes people, you know, there's change that happens. We're growing internationally, and so we're recruiting in, you know, the US and UK, and it's challenging when that impacts the way people have worked here. They've been used to dealing with like a global lens, and that can change. I think just that side as well, the growth of the company and then bringing people on that journey. So that, I guess, comes back to how you hire and all of that. So we've been pretty good. We've done pretty well, I would say, for the most part. But it is still just
it's
like
a challenge.
Challenging.
So Merry People has evolved so much since 2014. You've moved online, you've got a big e-com store, you sell internationally, you've opened up your beautiful flagship store in Melbourne. What's next? Like, how do you see this continuing to evolve?
So that actually is also another thing I struggle with. It's the future. I should have mentioned that. The strategic long-term planning. But what is next? So we're trialing some like other new products that will come out this year.
That's exciting. That's so exciting.
For me, I turned 40 recently, and I had this feeling of like, I need to live a bit more and have fun a bit more through business. And my kids are 2 and 4 and just starting to feel a bit more like, not as full on as that
You're not quite in baby
feeding and
stage.
So I feel like I've got this wind of like just having fun and it not just being about growth for the sake of growth. It's like thinking about momentum. Just also having fun and enjoying the journey. And so I don't have this, I want to get to this stage or this size business. It's just trying to have fun and enjoy the journey. Say to like, I have business people that help me and they go, you know, what's your 10-year or your 5-year goal? And like, I just still want to feel happy and I still want to make products I really love. And I want to be proud of where I work and what we're doing. And that's kind of all I can say confidently.
It's like the nicest
I can't say that,
ever.
okay, we're going to have this many stores and we're going to sell this many products. But hopefully I'm still married.
Hopefully you're still married. Oh my gosh, what a great spot to leave that answer. That's amazing. Okay, Dani. It's now time for the rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So we're just looking for a quick, whatever comes to mind, just quick little response. Okay. So, did you ever imagine your gumboots would become the Daily Bloom's unofficial florist uniform?
No.
If you could pick anyone in the world to wear Merry People, who would it be?
Okay, someone really merry. Maybe someone like Drew Barrymore.
Great answer. Great. Oh, she is
merry.
She's so
very
merry.
Authentic.
Yes. Yeah. One word your friends would use to describe you.
Say kind.
Oh, it's so nice.
I hope so. I think they would. Yeah.
One word your colleagues would use to describe you.
Brave.
Oh my God, amazing. Early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings, definitely.
Same. If you weren't running Merry People, what would you be doing?
Maybe working for like a creative company. Like Daily Blooms or Merry People, something creative, or something in the social impact space.
Makes total sense. If you could give a bunch of flowers to anyone in the world, who would it be and why?
I'm actually going to say my son, he's 4, he started kinder this week and it's a new kinder and he didn't know anyone, and he's just been so brave. And yeah, I saw this question, I was like thinking about it in the car here, and I was like, even this morning you like got dressed and I can see he's a little bit nervous, but he doesn't know anyone, and yeah, he's just been so brave. So
that's
maybe I'll give these to him.
That is a beautiful answer. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much for coming in and chatting to us. It might be time to do a bit of a flower reveal, so we'll turn them around so the camera can see. They look great. They look beautiful. You're a natural.
Oh, thank you.
100% could get a job at Daily Blends. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Dani. It was amazing. People can find you on your website, marypeople.com. On social,
yes.
So Instagram, TikTok, all of the socials.
All of them.
They can walk into your beautiful flagship store in Melbourne.
Yes, Manchester Lane.
Manchester Lane. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure. I had such a nice time talking to you, and yeah, I hope you come back and visit us again.
I absolutely will. No, thank you. It's been really fun.